Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I kind of fibbed. I'm gonna do a part 4. I thought I was done, but there's just some more thoughts that came to mind. So, in my earlier videos, I posted and I talked about learning from the past, right? Well, if you look, back at a lot of the conflicts that this country's been a part of for the last 60 years, you'll see that not much has been accomplished. Because here it is, 60, 80 years later, and we're still dealing with the same shit we were dealing with then. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at things from a broad scale perspective and realize that there's stuff going on that we don't know about. In an earlier video I posted about secrets, the whole Iran situation. Iran's a nuclear power. It was too easy. Right? We walked in and rolled over their government and their infrastructure with nothing, virtually nothing. No retaliation. It's kind of like another Iraq situation. Back in 91, we had full units of Republican Guard turning themselves over to a single infantry platoon. If there wasn't some orchestration there in some way, shape, or form, I don't know what is. There's definitely things that are being perpetrated that we don't know about. Now, I'm not trying to be anything of that. I'm just trying to share truth. I'm just trying to be honest and give people a chance to think for themselves, to see things from a broad scale perspective from where I'm at, to give you all a chance to look at things and say, okay, yeah, and come up with your own perspective. All the riots that have been going on around the country, because they're finally dealing with the immigration problem that's just been plaguing our country for however long. Right or wrong, it is what it is. But at least they're doing something about it, because these folks are here illegally, and so they're trying to take care of the problem. So they're trying to fix things. They're trying to move us forward into a good direction. Now, on the same token, yes, this country is founded on immigrants. Absolutely. So there's that argument as well. But for a lot of us, we're here because of our ancestors. We're here because of our moms, our dads, our aunts, our uncles, our grandpas and grandmas and great grandpas and great grandpas. They came over, right? For a lot of us. A lot of us are political refugees. The whole Rwanda back in the 80s, Mogadishu, right? Think of all the political refugees we had. Here in the 90s, we had a lot of political refugees because of stuff going on in Africa, all the corruption and greed and stuff that was going on over there. Tears of the Sun. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you see it. SEAL Team 6. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you. It's a good one. Black Hawk Down. It's another good one. These are all replications of what was going on at those time frames. We can go all the way back to the Bay of Pigs back in 1961 against Cuba, the whole missile crisis. We can go back and do the whole Bosnia thing back in the 80s. Rwanda, Grenada, Panama Canal. So history keeps repeating itself. And now we still have all this hatred. We still have all this bigotry going on. And now on top of it, now we have all this online stuff going on. This online fraud. People stealing identities. People hacking everything. Mainframes going down. We have all this political mumbo jumbo that's going on, but it doesn't seem like any of it is getting resolved, because it's just, we get one thing going and then we get another thing going and another thing going and another thing going and another thing going, and then before we know it, we have a whole trail of things going on, and nothing can get established, nothing can get taken care of, because we still have this and this and this and this and this all going on all at the same time. I know you guys all heard about the huge agency laying off that was going on, because we had all these people in the agencies that weren't doing their jobs, and so President Trump went in there to start cleaning the house. We have all these agencies, but most of them aren't doing their job. How many agencies do we have going on? How many agencies do we have established? But then if you look around the country at all the things that are still plaguing us, that are still haven't been established, haven't been taken care of. The border. The biggest one in modern times, 9/11. Now there's a lot of controversy, but history is repeating itself, because there's still all these controversies that are going on, but none of it is getting handled. There's still all these stories and narratives that are still taking place, but they're not being taken care of. Now, I know this may all sound like talk, and I understand. I'm one person, but there is this thing called awareness, mental gratuity, getting people to wake up to what's going on. We want to move forward. We should move forward in truth, not illusions, not lies, not deception. History keeps repeating itself. If you look back, at least in every decade, at least going back to the 40s, we can go back even further than that, but we'll just keep it mainstream and more recent. There's been at least one major thing, one major conflict that we've been a part of in every decade for the last 80 years. But hope you're all having a great night. Love you guys. Till next time.